Hey, Stateberg here. Oh, I'm gonna put my serious hat on. Serious Atberg here. Uh, there was was it you hear about that Battlefield controversy? It was yeah, that the transgender individual who cheated at no, it wasn't Call of Duty, it was Battlefield beta. Which, people are trying to defend them by saying it's the aim shooting community, and it's like I'm just sitting there like, you're defending. I'm just sitting there like, first of all, nobody likes the aim shooter community. If that community doesn't exist, because how can a community like that exist when people don't like when in games like Battlefield, which is a very team-focused game about getting to the objective, and like it's playing just for the kills, that annoys people. Like, take B. Like, no, take B. What are you doing? Take B. Stop trying to make pre-manufactured kill montages. That's not the point, because, like, I knew they were cheating. Like, it's pretty clear, like, if you look at the footage, that they're cheating. It's like, oh, the aim shooter community. Well, where was it official in the... So, does that does the aim shooter, this being a part of the aim shooter community, make it so the code of your game immediately shows the hitboxes? Shows you the hitboxes of your enemies? Shows you the hitboxes and all of the gun alignments? Shows you the hitboxes and where all the guns are pointing? It shows you little green lines where all the guns are pointing? Which I spotted almost immediately with my plain naked eye. Like, you're going to even hide it. You couldn't hide it. Like those aimbot? Like, everybody's like, oh, it's because he snapped at somebody who was through a wall. Because, like, the person defending them, they're like, oh, it's because they saw the guy. No. It's because we saw the green boxes around the people. And the green air and the green line showing where people were aiming. That's what got tipped off the cheating. Not, oh, we perfectly lined up with somebody behind a wall, so these people think they're cheating. It was actually just a flick of the wrist. Oh, what? I'll do it right now. Flick of the wrist. See? Yeah, I was snapping around pretty quickly. Can't control where the hell I'm looking. But you know what? Can't control where my mouse goes. I did the exact same thing. Couldn't control where my mouse goes. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm doing that thing that guy was demonstrating. The whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, I'm looking at the floor, not at a viable position. It's weird. It's almost like that's not how games work. And you have to have like, and you can only properly aim if your if your mouse is directly pressed down to the pad. See? I'm looking up in the sky randomly. Why am I looking up in the sky randomly? I did it, and I was doing exactly. And you saw me lift my mouse up. It's just liars, man. Liars and cheats. And they're trying to pull in certain cards they get out of fucking responsibility for the fact that they were cheating at an online game. Which is a douche move. Like if I don't care who you are, I don't care what kind of person you are. I think we can all agree on every side of the political spectrum that video game cheaters should probably be strung up like Mussolini. Like, and when I mean video game, of course, I don't mean like all video game shooters. I mean like the malicious ones, like the ones that go into shooting games and use aimbot. I don't mean like GTA. I don't mean like the GTA ones that do the money drops and do the funny. GTA GTA cheaters are actually kind of cool. They're chill. As long as you're on your good side, they're chill. It's as long as you're on your good side. As long as they're on your good side. As long as you're on the good side, they're chill with you. That's like what I mean is like the sniper, like Omegatrons and Team Fortress. And oh, stupid fucking llama. You ruined my goddamn. You ruined my cart. God damn it. Huh. You got.
Huh.
You literally have nothing else. Hello. I got a lead out of it at least. That could be useful. But it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of sporadically convinced because I watch it and this was kind of a sporadic tangent I had before I even. And this stems from a sporadic tangent I had when when. Cause I gotta make something real clear. I'm fine with that shit. Like, it's weird. It freaks me out. I will still call you names and call you out on your bullshit when you're obviously being like a groomer and shit. But like, I'm fine with that shit if you're just like a normal person. Because like, and anybody who was friends with me on Twitter and actually goes through the follow list of who I follow back and who follows me would know that I'm pretty fine with a lot of people. I tolerate a large I tolerate like a large net of political views, except for communism. I I gotta draw my line somewhere, and I draw my line at the government that literally the government style that would literally starve their own citizens. that's literally manufactured so lazy people can crush hardworking people, tricking them into thinking that they're getting fair deal. Because like capitalism's not the best system, but it is definitely the best one we have. It's not the most ideal, so like I say, I used the wrong terminology. It's not the most ideal system, but it's the best one we have compared to the rest. But I don't like getting political. No, I just had to get that off my chest. I found it kind of ridiculous. Oh yeah, and also it's another reason why not to trust a communist Reddit party. When they literally have sources of what his girlfriend sounds like. And they still call him a you-know-what phobe. And it's like, what? Even though I also don't like the fact that they called the guy a total leftist. When, actually, if anything, what I've interpreted from watching his videos is he's like a, well, yeah, he's ANCAP. He would be close enough to like an ANCAP individual. He doesn't seem like the kind of person that regrets. He's not the kind of person that doesn't seem very ungrateful for a situation. He's actively looking for a house. It's a permanent suburb. Like, he's actively looking for a house that's like a permanent house. Which is something communists don't do. Just like leftists in general, they want the apartment blocks. And like the very... I think I like small spaces, but come on, I like small spaces too. You can have a small room in your big house to call it your bedroom. You can have a big house and a small room to call it your bedroom. It's not that hard. Like the place I live in, it's not exactly mine. It's better an apartment. I live in my home. I'm still in my hometown. Because I hate the city. Oh, that Enderman's just kind of sitting there. I despised living close to fucking powder keg Boston, as I like to call it. Powder cake in Boston. You get out of here. Oh yeah, and also I'm not... And back on the ass. I also don't believe in pushing stuff like... I also don't believe in pushing certain things on children when they're not even old enough to... When their brains are not even formed enough to make like decisions that they'll regret. Because trust me, the biggest... As a person that's 20 and has gone through puberty, there is no youth you'll go through where you don't regret what you've done. Even if you've done absolutely nothing, you'll still regret something. There's just no avoiding it. But like big decisions like that should probably happen during the regret stage. If that makes any sense. When your brain's formulated enough that you realize, wow, I was such a stupid kid. Why did I do all that shit? For me, it was, wow, I was such a fucking... Of course, I still have a lot of... I regret a lot of my decisions. I probably would change a lot of things if I can go back. Do I care? Not really. Because I was still, again, despite actually relatively, because yeah, despite relatively regretting my antisocial lifestyle, uh, even if that was the case, I was never allowed to be antisocial in that school. I sat alone. I sat alone to eat my lunch before going to my one friend. People crowded around me. And it's like, it's not like I'm gonna be like, fucking downright nasty to them because of it. Like, it's not me. I'm a nice person. I've always been a nice person. I don't have a mean bone in my body. I hear a zombie, but I don't see a zombie. Ow. Are you goddamn kidding me? Plenty, thank God I got plenty of dirt. Thank God I didn't blow up you, man. Blow up your pond. What? Oh, it's coarse dirt. I hate creepers. I wanted to see what was going. I wanted to know where the. Again, the jihadists of the Minecraft world. In other YouTube news, that pisses me off. A YouTuber I respect for his verses and his survival challenge shit used the wrong sources for Minecraft. It's like, oh, the building is like the lore. It's like, no, the building is how they explained it in the movie, in the story mode, but like, it's clearly not the lore. The lore is its own thing. If I put torches down here. Again, I like that. That was a cool. The new updates of Minecraft are a very love-hate relationship with me. Because I absolutely adore the ability that you can make crawl spaces by using the trapdoors. I don't like the quicksand snow. I despise the quicksand snow. How long has that sign been there? Hello, Stateberg. Yep. That doesn't work because I don't use my actual name as my Microsoft profile. You know what? And before anybody like gets offended by what I say or something like that, I only saying this because I need something to talk about my videos. Something interesting, and you know what? People like it. People find me interesting when I bring out my weird bolted politics. Because I am essentially the definition of the caring bigot. I don't actually hate my opponents. I find them to be a little misled. I just find them to be misled, and I'm a little afraid of them. Like, not because of like they're scary and they're stronger than me. No, I'm afraid of them because I don't think they know what they're doing. But I treat them with compassion. I don't, despite the fact that some in my field would troll. Of course, I would even get into a little trolling myself. What happened to all my string? Oh, I sold it. Soon I'll be able to upgrade to my diamond. I've gotten full diamond tools, and I've gotten my diamond tools relatively back to where they were, and all I did was ah, god damn. Ah, that's right. All the chickens I need to slaughter are on the side. Because like, I don't know. It's ooh, lamb chop. What happened to all my chickens? The f Fair again, it was still pretty angering when he said that the building and like all the physics, like in the game's gameplay, was in the lore. It's like, no. It's pretty clearly supposed to be interpreted as like any other survival game where you just kind of intuitively know how the thing is made. It just gives you a simple it just instead of just giving you the ingredients, it just gives you a simple freaking It just gives you a simple recipe because it's a kid's game. But you really just gotta take that at, like, it feels like it's just taken at face value if you say that. Because there are, especially when there are sources, like the Minecraft Bible, which, the fact there is no real story, is relatively considered canon by the community. More canon than those damn gas movie and story mode will ever be. Fuck ass. It's very clear that the physics of Minecraft are, like, basically just the physics of reality, but with a magic twist. It's just the situation where it's like, oh, it's relatively like physics, but like magic physics instead of, but magic physics instead of getting hit. Redstone is magic, but it works like electricity. But it operates like electricity. Like redstone is magic, but it operates like electricity. So it's magic that's just it's just explainable it's just very easily explainable magic. You still gotta be like you still gotta be like a mathematician. You still gotta be a major mathematician to even comprehend how to use. You still gotta be like a mathematician to comprehend how redstone works and make more complicated shit. Get out of my house. I thought you were in the armor stand, but I remember that was downstairs. Oh shit, I was gonna take a screenshot of that tree. I don't know. Honestly, my personal opinion though is I just want to be left alone. I don't want people criticizing what I can and cannot buy, just so they can turn around and criticize and tell me that I can't criticize what they can and cannot do with their body. Like, you're telling me what I can and cannot do property-wise. You're telling me, and you don't expect scrutiny back for your decisions. Something about this doesn't make sense. Criticism should be met with criticism. It's just a way of life. Problem with it? You're the anti-progressive because you want to keep things in a regressive hold of everybody agrees with me. When probably people even in your own group don't agree with you. Wait, hold on, what picture was that? That was the right one. Even though, you know, I always found it kind of funny. Because I am literally the group of people that's like, I'm fine with what you're doing as long as you're a little self-aware about what you're doing. the minute you go into delusion land and you lose all self-awareness, and you become like basically like a flanderized fucking stereotype of what your organization or group is, that's when I start hating you. And trust me, they're everywhere. These flanderized people are everywhere. It's like, yes, because like, yeah, well, I have my, I have my fucking fangs, and I'm relatively sticking to my beliefs and shit, but like, I at least check if I at least do a little research into my own beliefs to make sure that like everything I'm saying is not at least not bullshit. I do a little research into my beliefs to make sure that what I'm saying is not bullshit. You know what that's led me to? Barely tolerating certain people. And of course, there's just certain people that just don't know how to act correctly. I don't blame them directly. I kind of blame the system that encouraged them to think that they're entitled enough to act in the way they do. As in, the Confederacy always got a cultural victory. As in, the Confederacy always got a cultural victory. Okay. It's time for the fun. Yeah, it's time for the fun part. Yeah, no, I just had to get it off my chest. At least when I vent this kind of stuff, like, into a camera, I don't sound like a total schizophrenic. Than, like, if I were just venting this stuff like how I usually did it back then, which was just to the air. That's one of the things I regretted. I wish I talked less when I was little. I got so used to talking, I'll talk to myself without even realizing it. I think I'm thinking in my head, and until somebody... I think I'm thinking in my head until somebody yells at me. And oh, look at that. No, I was saying everything out loud. Because I'm used to moving my mouth for every thought. Because I'm used to moving my mouth for every thought. People willing to listen. Even if it's flattering, they're listening. Even if it was like flagrant, there's no listening at some point. It's not like I want attention. I just want I honestly just don't. I just want to know when I'm trying to spark a conversation with people. I just find it to be polite if they're actually like trying to engage in a conversation by listening to me. And one of the most annoying things you can do is somebody's interrupt them. Like you can hear them talking, like they have not, like you hadn't heard a break in their sentence. And then you immediately turn to a person that just entered the room and they're like, at least let me finish what I'm saying. And we were having a conversation. I was talking about my hobbies and my influence and all the things that makes me me, and he just kind of cut me off. At least I'm grateful back in the household and at least listen to me. It says treat me like a work mule. Well, treat me like a work mule and then feeding me lies about the job market. There's always jobs. Oh, there'll always be jobs. Just gotta work hard. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I'm a white male in 2025. I'm a white male in 2024. I was a white male in 2024, and I'm still a white male in 2025. They're not just... So... Because even... There is no pulling myself up by my bootstraps. There was never pulling myself up by my bootstraps. Only pain, anger, lots of anger, wasted time. People won't even consider me, and I was called, I called them multiple times. Getting the same copy pasted. We'll have a result for you in like so and so. We'll have a result for you in fuck knows when. That's why I'm working on the YouTube channel. It's the only thing that's viable. That's the only thing that seems viable to me. Because it's the only thing now that just allows me to work. I don't have to go through a YouTube. You don't have to do a goddamn resume. You don't have to wait for an HR You don't have to wait for an HR you don't have to wait for HR to come and approve your working W-2s. You get enough people in part of your channel that like you, and then you go from there. I guess to find you funny, to find you entertaining, and then you go from there. It may take me. It takes a little luck, and it takes luck and persistence. There's no true guide to how to become popular on YouTube. There never was. You're at the mercy of the algorithm. You have to hope a computer even deems your video worthy of sharing with people. So it's like, yeah. But you know what? You know, in 2025, I much rather trust my luck with a fucking algorithm. I much rather trust my luck with an algorithm than fucking HR. When it comes to a job search. I much rather trust an algorithm than HR. I've been burnt by HR too many times, and management. Or if I had my full medical papers, I probably wouldn't have been freaking fired from Stop and Shop. They would have had to find me a new role, even though that the business is sinking. And they don't hide the fact that they need more people. And they don't hide the fact that they don't need more people very well. I could have easily been a cart stacker or something. I could have easily been brought back on as a fucking shelf stacker. Because, you know what? Because, you know why I know that they could have possibly brought me back on as a self-stacker? One of my biggest fucking duties as cashier was helping out with the lack of staff in the fucking, was helping out with the fucking staff shortage in the fucking department. The shelf stacking department. So they could have totally took me back on as a fucking shelf stacker. They obviously needed it if I were basically doing, because I was basically doing that job already. Yep. Because, you know what that kind of makes me think of? Even though I don't like to use that word a lot. Even though I don't really like to use words like this a lot. Racial profiling. Which I know, that's pretty strange to say. Which, for some of you, that kind of sounds strange to hear out of a white guy's mouth. Racial profiling. Another reason why they could have fired me, I was a good worker, I was a hard worker. That's literally the only thing they could have possibly... The thing they brought up, though, you know what they brought up? Oh, I have a little bit of a deficit. You know what my deficit was? A few cents lower than the cheapest thing in the store. Which was the cheapest thing in the store is $1. I was losing them a net negative. What I was losing them was could be considered a net negative. Because the amount of money I was losing them every day didn't even encapsulate their most cheapest item, which is $1. It's a pack of bazooka gum, which is 99 cents without tax, and with tax, it's $1. And what? Because I'm partially fucking... Because in the spur of the moment and all the fast movements, I can't tell the fucking difference between a dime. I can't tell the difference between a goddamn... I can't tell the difference between fucking... What? A fucking nickel and a nickel and a silver dollar. Which are literally almost identical to each other. It has nothing to do with my math. I have pretty good math. My dyslexic brain, a silver dollar and a nickel, essentially the same thing. The only ones I could tell apart were dimes and pennies, because pennies were made out of copper, so they're copper colored. And dimes are very small. 10 cents and 1 cent. And those fucking idiots, those bastards in Revere tried to pin it on me, trying to pin it on me not being taught math well and not understanding currency. No, I understood currency. They taught currency to me. They taught change to me. The way they taught change to me was they allowed me to slowly differentiate between the coins. They allowed me to slowly differentiate between the coins in a calm setting. Not. You know what? You know what? I feel like there was a little bit of a good ball in Revere, based on and how I wasn't able to get a job after Stop and Shop. I think there was a little bit of a cabal against me in Revere, in the surrounding area, against me, because very few people. Because ever since I got fired, Stop and Shop was the only job I was able to get, and then no matter how hard I used to get, try to get another job. Same goddamn. It had nothing to do with the fact that they were rejecting me. It's the fact that it was the same goddamn response they used when they were rejecting me. Sometimes they just kind of went like, oh, we'll get back to you in a week, and I kept reminding them, and then they just never took me up on my offer. And instead of like, instead of listening to reason, when I said how hard it was to get a job, they essentially said to pull up my bootstraps. And people want... That's why when I saw that the market to the very people that said that was mostly red, that they invested in, the main voice saying that, invested in the most, was all red. I had the largest smile on my face. I got what I voted for, and on top of that, I fucked over my the process, which I do not like. I do not like him. It took living with him to realize I never liked him. I'm not going. It's not like some kind of fucking some kind of socialist that wants to live off the government. Sometimes you just like your. Sometimes you just find that your stepfather was probably the better fatherly figure. Your stepfather happened to be the better fatherly figure. And you go, oh shit. Now I feel bad. Because I give this guy shit all my life and I supported this madman thinking he was a just person. And it only took me living with him for 2 years to realize that he was a madman. A loon. Looney Tunes. Loon. Oh, no, seriously, a loon I only agreed with politically. But in every other sense of the word, despised. Like, I should have took it as an omen when he was on the news. That, like, he was just kind of like a bad guy I shouldn't be associated with since I'm kind of, like, a relatively, like, pro-authority. Well, actually, no, I can't say I'm pro-authority. I hate federal governments and shit, but, like, pro-law, pro-order. Just by, like, I'm just more of a vigilante-ist type. Essentially where my loon fodder is, where my loony fodder is getting. You know what? The biggest tip-off I had that I did not like this person is when he sounded horrified, and like he actually sounded horrified when I triumphantly said that there's no legal communist party in the United States, which I was glad for. I hate communism. Communism's a horrid plague. And people should be treating it the same as fascism. But when I saw his eyes bulge out of his head, I knew exactly the kind of person he was. Especially when he wanted to throw away democracy for monarchies. He wanted to bring back kings. I'm more on the side of just dismantling the voting system altogether, and a more kind of like, yeah, you don't really need to vote on laws when there's no laws to begin with. Or like the law, like, I guess there would still be democracy, but like it would be like more localized democracy based on neighborhood and neighborhood in the state. Then based on like yes, maybe I should stop talking politics. Like I don't know, I'm just like I just want the best for everybody. That's essentially what I want. I just want a system where everybody can feel happy about something that doesn't like lead to some kind of weird cataclysmic event because either people are too lazy to actually do anything about it and we all die, or I just want to avoid George Orwell as much as possible. I just want to avoid what the teachings of George Orwell told us to avoid as much as possible, which is the best way to probably interpret it. Yeah, free. Ow. Bro, it's almost daytime. You. Oh, fuck. Wait, why are you burning? Ow. Hmm. Paper. Paper. I've ran out of things to talk about already. I guess there was only the base things there. It's the nutshake. It's the nutshake. It's the damn song stuck in my head. Ah. I could probably feasibly go after the. I can actually probably feasibly go after the Enderman, the Ender Dragon. Now I just need some fresh. I just need some fresh diamond gear. Which means probably more farming or just grabbing loot. How long has this video been already? Oh, holy shit, that was an hour? I was talking straight for an hour? Oh god, the politics video. Well, I guess I had to get off my chest at some point. So I don't have. The fair. What the hell do I care about what Reddit says? Literally the poster child, the flanderization of a political party. the poster child, the flanderization. I stopped. I don't know. I went on Twitter because people on Twitter, despite what other people say, are actually pretty low. Oh, they became a farmer. That explains a lot. I'm gonna take that profession from you, and then I'm gonna. I'm gonna swap it out for the smoker. Oh, why do I ever need a youth for a butcher? I can make my own goddamn. What's the profession I would really? How do I make a potion stand? Potion stand in here. Loom. How would I feasibly make a potion stand? Blade rod. I got cobble and blaze right here. I got cobblestone and blaze right here. Right? Does it matter what it's made out of, or? Yep, it needs to be cobblestone. Well, I know where I can get some cobblestone. It'd be nice to have a potion guy. You know, before I go home. It's the nut shack. It's the nut shack. It's the nut shack. He's come up my face, okay. Hey, you people just following me around. It would be nice to get a potion maker, actually. Because that would, but I should probably head back anyways. But yeah, it's about done. Sorry for getting, like, weirdly philosophical. I just saw this at the moment. Again, nothing needs love on my videos. I improvise everything. And all of, and I only judge people based off their character. I see what they say, and then I check their, since I've only had the interaction with people on the internet, I look at the text they say before I check their bio. Compared to people that would just see their name tag, see the flags, and immediately go, oh, this guy's terrible. I do have like everybody, I have my convictions. I'm not some pushover that doesn't have my own beliefs and just kind of goes along with everybody. But even though I've had people who do care about politics completely and utterly mislabel me. Like, I'm my own, like, I'm not exactly, it's like, even, like, I'm not even, like, binarily anywhere on the chart. I'm, like, my own thing, too. Like, I'm a little bit of extremist right wing, and I'm a little bit of libertarian. Like, think about it like, I guess in, like, a more self-aware way of thinking of it as, like, a guy going Heil, but never actually saying anything afterwards, because there's no way to Heil. But they say Heil because their government says to say Heil. Libertarian, Lovecraftian libertarian fascism. What's Lovecraftian about it? No, I just need the... I like Lovecraft, and putting Lovecraftian in front of it gives it a regal tone. That rolls off the tongue better than Lovecraftian fascism. Libertarian fascism. But it's essentially just individual rights, militarized individual rights. There's no actual military, but we give the people the rights to organize like one if they need to. Instead LLF. But yeah. And of course, charity-based hospital systems. Because you know what? Why aren't there any private charities trying to help out the United States? They're all in these third world countries, but like the United States is slowly becoming a third world country. Where's our charities? Where's our charity? The Help Americans Foundation, the can feed hungry American families. Like I feel like because like I feel like there's only one time where you should be able. There's like only one point in civilization where you can freely think of other civilizations in any other way than they're over there and they may be a threat to us in the future. And that's when we're doing very good as a society internally. We're not. We're doing a lot of external stuff when we really should be helping internally. It's gotten to a point where the probably the only way to do that is a dramatic change to the free market and complete and utter elimination of taxes on the income variety of the income variety. Because what? 'Cause you know what? I find it kind of because like I get it. You believe in everything you want to believe, and like it's like why should my money go to something I don't believe in just because you believe in it? I don't believe in it. I wouldn't want my money going to it. But why am I forcing? But why am I forced to give my money to these organizations through the government tax? Literally just through the protection tax. Which, you know what? The income tax only existed in did not exist before World War One. It was a concept made entirely based around World War One. The United States never had an income tax before World War One, and we were perfectly fine. The minute an income tax was put in place, oh, we're doing. The war goes on, and bam, Great Depression. That World War Two kind of brought us out of it, and then it led us into a recession. And then it was a couple of years of prosperity, baby boomers, pull up your straps, people. Then a recession. Now it's the millennials. And us Gen Z have to deal with the recession that the millennials caused. With the help of boomers. And it's just no. But yeah, that's enough of that. Stayberg signing out. I hope you guys are having a good one. Because I do truly respect all of you. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care what you. I respect all of you. Unless you diddle kids. If you diddle pets or kids, you're on my shit list. I don't care how nice of a person you are. I don't care. It's you diddle kids, you're evil. You're ripping the innocence of children. You're ripping childhood innocence from kids before an age that they really should need their childhood innocence. Fuck you. Fuck you. Everybody else, perfectly fine. I love you all. But diddlers, no. Fuck you. But yeah, that's all. I guess that's also somebody that probably should deserve done streaming. Well, unless they're in the case of Jeffrey Epstein, then they should have. It should be top priority to get him to release said flight logs before he croaks. It should be top priority to get him to speak in public about who he's been doing business with before he croaks mysteriously. But yeah, that's all. Stay Burks out. See y'all next one. Goodbye. Hope you guys have a good one.